speaking for about a minute and a half, and that's us. I'm not here to kind of capture all of the wonderful things that have been said, because I don't think I could do it. I've learned so much today. I have to say it's been a fascinating day. I suppose three things that stand out for me. I think because we had a programme that had such a brilliant international flavour, I think certainly what I take from today is the amount that I think internationally we have in common when we look across mentoring, that there's so much that's actually quite familiar across different mentoring models, but actually there's enough difference for us to learn from each other, and I think different countries have different models. So I think that's really helpful, and I think the takeaway I think from us, and I suspect for the network, is that more rather than less of these kind of events are what's needed. So I think that's been really helpful. I've certainly felt what's been obvious from today as well is the fact that there's nobody in the room that and I loved that final point actually that was made. We don't think it's a panacea. Many people over the course of today have said mentoring not for everyone. We know the challenges, so we don't go in to mentoring with our eyes shut. We know it's a difficult, complex area, but we still think it's fabulous and it's worth it, and I think that's a really important message. But that point about first do no harm, that starting point, I think, was something that really rang true for me. Also the research challenges, the fact that, and I love the idea of the bamboo shoot, the fact that what we know from research is what looks like, or what you think from research looking at something straight away is not always what it's going to tell you 8 years later. I thought that was a really interesting report. I'm sure there's more that we can learn from longitudinal research, but there are research challenges. And I think you were absolutely right to show us that, if you take a model and you push it through this kind of technocratic machine, you're going to have a very fake approach to how you deal with young people. So I think there's some lessons that Ireland can learn from both the mistakes that have been made in the UK, but also from the successes in the UK. So I think there's a lot there for us, and it's really timely given that we're now looking at how we commission services in Ireland, and I think there's some great lessons. And I loved the fact that you said it's a cautionary tale, so it's not don't do it this way, but rather learn lessons from others. But I think the key for me today, and I think hearing from Emma and from all of the fabulous young people on videos, is we couldn't do this if we didn't inform every piece of mentoring, every piece of it, by children and young people, by what they tell us, and not just kind of this kind of nice tokenistic, let's engage with them so we can tick that box, but actually no, you do mentoring best when you really base it on what children and young people need, what they tell you, you're prepared to be flexible based on what works for them, and I think that's been fabulous. So thank you to Emma, and thank you to everybody and all the young people who gave their time. And I love the young man who said, he doesn't drag me along. I just thought that was a perfect example of what good mentoring needs to be. So I'll remember that one. Success for me would be when mentoring is kind of understood as a national priority, like when it is properly part of the system, the child welfare and protection system. We've a lot. I think we've a long way to go, but I think we've a huge amount to be proud of in Ireland in terms of mentoring, and I'm really proud to be part of an organisation that takes it so seriously. Very finally, I have some people to thank: Bernadine Brady and everybody involved in the network who's involved in organising the conference, and my colleague Tess as well. It's been hugely successful, so thank you to them. As ever, there were a huge amount of people involved who we couldn't do this without. So Kaylee Murphy, who did all the IT, it was fabulous, by the way. Everything was seamless from an IT perspective. So thank you very much. And Sarah Thornton as well, and to Fiona, who did a brilliant job of running up and down as well. You're very fit, you're amazingly fit. But to all our speakers, again, and thank you particularly to those who travelled far and wide to be here. Again, hugely high quality range of speakers. So can I just wish you all a safe journey home. We hope we'll see you again at a future event. And Slán Bhaile, thank you.